newest ones that we just got last month was
Yeah,
the
sorry.
whoopee cushion.
Oh, my kid will go crazy for that.
No, all of them
Oh, wow.
would. And you can also have it do it on every turn signal. So go ahead and hit your turn signal.
Yeah, he'll go crazy.
There's also, and this is something for you and your wife. The it's a fireplace app,
Oh, damn.
and then also it turns on your heat, so you feel it.
Oh, wow.
And then
Shit
if I
go
tap
crazy.
it, then it should turn on the romance radio station. For some reason, the internet was like kind of
Slow, right?
being a little slow.
Oh, I seen the hits. It went from today's hits to something else.
Yeah, to the romance radio station. Let's see if it'll do it for me.
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's crazy. That is
And
crazy.
you just tap it to start it off. I thought that this one was really cool too. So they put in the Atari client in here, and they put in a couple games. But the newest game they put in is Pole Position, which is a racing game. So with this, your brake is going to be gas, and you're going to be able to steer with the actual steering wheel.
Oh. Oh, but a car has to be in park, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Car has to be in park for this.
There's some laws to this.
So you ready? Put your foot on the brake.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's very sensitive as far as the.
But the bad thing
steering
with that
wheel
is the kids get in there and they'll drain the battery. You've been trying to play for hours on it. Like, well, my car has no batteries.
It's more for you. It's more for you to be able to play like while you're sitting in a
waiting,
supercharger and charging
oh,
up.
That's,
Yeah.
See, that's how you guys think of a lot. That's crazy. Yeah, that's
Pretty
nuts.
awesome, right?
Yeah.
So, and then something else that would be more for them would be the coloring book. So you could just like have them draw a bunch of stuff, and then you could publish it and send it like right to Tesla, so that they would have it, so they could like draw a picture for Elon and just send it to him. There's like this is like the car does like this whole dance, like all the doors open, mirrors move in, windows go up and down, lights flicker. This is this charges the car up for the ludicrous mode, the P100D. This changes the navigation to Mars.
Oh.
So I mean, like all sorts of stuff, and they're getting ready to put in, I think,
More, right?
3 new ones this month too. They aren't
So
going
I
to
was
tell
gonna
us
say, this
what
is a
they
car
are.
I won't get old.
It won't
Like,
get old.
Yeah.
It never gets old.
And then that's what I like. Like, wow, that's because I don't have to bring. You know, other question too. Like, you know how when the braking, it kind of charges the battery a little bit, right?
Yeah, so that's part of the regenerative braking. Yeah.
Would it calculate, like, say, because we listen to like the music, and you know that's along with all electric. Would it calculate that on the trip too? Like, if you listen to music, and if you listen, does it matter if it's loud, low, or?
No, it tells you you know where you're going to need to stop and for how long to get yourself back to a certain battery based on what it is that you're already doing in the car, based on how fast it is that you're driving, based on whether you got the heat on or the AC on, you know, everything like that. It's doing all those calculations for you. So it actually makes it a lot easier for you to kind of plan a trip because it's doing all the planning for you.
And like charging devices, with that's the same thing too, like the battery wise, or would it, I mean, obviously we'll drain the battery quicker, but like would it let you know too, like say if you have devices on there, like say if I start charging my Apple phone or anything?
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you got down to like 10 miles left on your battery, it'd probably unplug your phone.
Yeah.
But you know, there's also some things like in the driving options, when you're looking at the acceleration, once you get down to like 50 miles left on your battery, I often recommend going down to chill because it uses less battery to be able to use. Keeping the regenerative braking on standard,
right?
Yeah, or at 50 miles left.
Okay, 50
not
miles left.
50%.
Okay,
Yeah.
50 miles.
Would that be like? I don't know. These fractions are bad for me right now. Anyway, there's something else that you could do here too. When you're charging up at home, you can actually set a charging limit, so you don't have to charge it all the way up 100%. Usually, we recommend just doing it up to like 90% every day, because generally, when you charge up a rechargeable battery 100% every single time, it starts to degrade the battery. So we generally recommend charging it up to about 90% unless you're taking that long distance trip, and then you can just set it all the way.
Also,
up.
if you're taking a long trip, full, and then every other day, kind of basic, would just be 90%.
Yep.
95.
And then the other thing is that you can schedule your charging for a certain time. So like if you're like say your electricity costs less after 10 o'clock at night. that makes it so that you can set it so that you can only so that even though you plug it in at 6 in the afternoon, it starts charging at 10,
Oh wow.
and then it turns itself off when it's fully charged.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. Wow. It just makes you think over like, wow, I'm trying to trade all these cars and then get it.
Yep.